Hello, hello, hello. It is 5:15 Central Time. And I know you're like, Julie, why are you telling me that? Because I said I'd be on at 5:15. It's probably like 5:17, but still, I am here. So I decided I wanted to come on live with you guys and make some things. So that's what I'm going to do. So here's what I've got. I've got a card that I'm going to make and a box that I'm going to make. And if you are just now seeing me hop on here or whatever, I hope you join me because I think I'm going to have a good time. So here is what we've got. A couple things that I want to share with you. First of all, tomorrow is Season 3, Episode 3 of the Great American Stampin' Show. I don't know if you know or not. Well, first of all, I don't even know if you know we have a Great American Stampin' Show, but it is a friendly competition where we have 4 stampers, 1 challenge, and you guys vote to see who you want to win. I won the first week in the closest race we've possibly ever had. Jody Reinert won last week, but I'm hoping to get my crown back this week. So anyway, I'll be posting about that tomorrow. The link is on my Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva YouTube page. That's where the videos go. So that is tomorrow. And we're posting every week now. So super fun. So I hope that you guys will join in on that. Also in Stampin' Up! World, the Stampin' Up! World, jazz hands, right? Stampin' Up! World. And we've got a great special going this month for those of you who aren't demonstrators, 15% off of all the pattern paper. So because Julie is a thinker, I think you can see that I am going to be showing you some projects where the paper does the work. You've heard me say before, let the paper do the work for you. And that is what is going to happen today. Paper's going to do the work. So I'm going to go on and get my camera ready. I'm going to jump on in. And I'm going to start stamping for you guys and show you what I think you might like. So let me get my camera turned and all the things. Here we go. That's my view, by the way. So coming down here, I will turn this lamp off because that's just going to, see, that just looks like a lightsaber. All right. I know it gets a little bit darker here when I do that, but you know, I still think it's going to be for the best. I'll scoot some of my supplies out of the way, bring this down. No, I don't want to do that. This is always the part that is the hardest for me. And I know it could be like, well, Julie, you could just kind of have it set up ahead of time. That's true. I could. But where's the fun in that? Okay, here we go. All right, I'm a little crooked. That's going to bother me, and it might bother you too. See, that's the thing. This glass mat has these lines, so that helps me stay straight. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is a fun fold card. I love doing fun fold cards. I think they're well fun, and I hope that you guys like them too. So I've got some pieces that I'm going to cut here, and you guys can pay attention to these measurements. So the first piece I'm going to cut is just a piece of our regular 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I am going to cut it to 8 1/4. So I'm going to go on and trim this down. I'm just going to go over on this side to the 1/4 inch. So if you like this, you might want to write it down. 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now I could have cut it the other way, and as I'm thinking, I'm like, Julie, that might have been a better idea, but no, it doesn't matter. So 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to need 2 of these, okay? 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. If you're watching, say hi, and I'll say bye back, okay? So 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, all right? That's these 2. Then I am also, and I believe I might have already cut this piece. I did, okay? I'm going to need another piece, and this is Mossy Meadow in 4 1/4 squared, okay? So again, to start off with this card, you need 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, 2 of those, and then a 4 1/4 piece squared, all right? Now, I'm going to score both of these larger pieces at 2 1/4, and I'll put this in the description of the video, okay? 2 1/4. Here's my helpful tip. I always mark my scoring blade because I absolutely will cut paper when I mean to score it. 4, and then 6 1/8. Just so you guys know, 6 1/8 is the very edge of the silver here. So I probably should open that up so I can get to it, but just that very edge right there, okay? So again, I'm scoring at 2 1/4, 4 1/4, 6 1/8. And I'm going to tell you what, once you can get measurements and scoring down, which I mean, honestly, I really think that you guys can do that. 2 1/4, 4. Did I do that one right? I'm going to see. We'll see. 6 1/8. All righty. Let's see. I did. Yay, I just said it wrong. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces. Let me reiterate for those of you who have just come on, okay? I've got 2 pieces, 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, both of them are exactly the same. Then I scored them at 2 1/4, 4, 6 1/8. 2 1/4, 4, 6 1/8. And again, I'll put that in the comments. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold these now, okay? Valley fold or mountain fold, valley fold, and then here's the tricky one, okay? So mountain fold, valley fold. You would think this would be a mountain fold, right? It's not. Oh, well then is it a valley fold, Julie? No, it's not. It is a backwards fold. Okay, well that does kind of make it a valley fold, doesn't it? Or a mountain fold, doesn't it? Let me make sure I've done this right. This is how Julie stamps, right? Okay, we'll figure it out, okay? It'll all come together. Mountain fold, valley fold. There we go. All right, here's what's going to happen. Okay, now we're moving. Now we are moving. Okay, so I've got those folded, okay? Now, do you remember that piece that I told you about, the 4 1/4 by the 4 1/4? This one? It is getting ready to be the star of the show because this, I'm folding back, and this, I'm folding back, okay? So why did I do that? Because I'm going to put these 2 pieces together. This is actually a fold that I learned from Susan Campfield. And I don't remember what it's called. I'm going to call it the flying bird fold. And you guys will see why in a minute. So let me just review here, okay? I did a mountain fold, I did a valley fold, and then I folded that last one in. And on this one, I did the same thing, just started from the other direction. Mountain fold, valley fold, fold that last one in. Okay. All righty. So these 2 pieces here, this is going to be adhered on top of it. So I'm going to use my Stamp & Seal Plus because I want, again, when you're using paper and you're manipulating it a bit, you're making it move in a way that it's not necessarily designed to do. You want to use a really sturdy adhesive. So I'm going to use the Stamp & Seal Plus. You could also use, and I'm going to put a bunch on here, okay? You could also use tear and tape if you wanted to. I mean, there's so many different options, but you do want to use a really sturdy adhesive. You know, you could probably even use the green glue, all right? That's just not something I'm really good at, although I am going to use it on this card. Okay, so look what I'm doing. I'm taking this piece and I'm laying it on top of that folded back piece and adhering it down. See? And then the same thing, I've already got my adhesive here. This is actually easy now. I can just take that piece, fold it in, and line it right up. Okay? So see what we've got here? Oh, you guys. Look at that from the back. See it from the back? So see what I'm talking about? And I said it was like a flying bird fold. Doesn't it look like a bird flying? Like, fly, 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 right? It's pretty fun. Okay, so there is that fold. That's the base. That's how it's all put together. And honestly, it's super easy now from here on out. So we do have to do a little more cutting, not on this, okay? We're just gonna cut some DSP. DSP for my new stampers is Designer Series paper. So I am using the Wildly Flowering DSP. You guys have probably seen it, okay? And this is really great because all the pattern paper from the annual catalog, okay? Maybe a couple of the online exclusives, but none of the specialty paper, but just, I mean, y'all, there's plenty of options, is on sale for 15% off. That puts it to about $10 for $10 and change for 12 pieces of paper. This is a card that I did. This is actually the card that I did for the Great American Stampin' Show. The first episode that I won, it's an easel card, but it also uses that wildly flowering paper. And my Stamp and Shine Club that people are signing up for even now, this is actually one of the cards we're going to do. I'll talk about Stamp and Shine Club here in a little bit. So just a side note. So here, okay, back to this one. I digress. So I'm going to cut a piece of DSP to 4x4, okay? And I bet you can get, or I'm sorry, guys, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I bet you can guess what's going to happen with it. It's going to go right there. It's going to be my focal point. So you want to pick a piece of DSP that is pretty. Now, pretty is in the eye of the beholder, y'all. I think this piece is really pretty. You guys may or may not think it's as pretty as I do, but pick one. Pick a piece of DSP that when you use it, you're like, oh my gosh, I love that paper. I love that DSP. So I am just going to adhere this right onto the 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece that I had. Okay, so again, see what's happening there? I mean, I could leave it just like that if I wanted to, okay? I'm not, because we're going to have a little more flair, but I love that look. Now, you guys know that I like to mix my papers, right? I like to mix my patterns. The cool thing with this one is that the flip side, I actually think the flip side looks good mixed with it, okay? So I'm going to do that. Now, here's some more measurements, okay? You're going to need 2 inches by 4 1/4. So you're going to need, I'm going to set this over here a little bit. 2 inches by 4 1/4. And you need 2 of those. There's 1 and 2. And then you need 1 1/2 inches. And you're going to see I'm going to have some contrast here. 1 1/2 inches by 4 1/4. You know, if you guys are commenting, I don't know, I can't see anything. You may be silent. You may be decidedly underwhelmed, which is pretty much what happens when you come to Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. So, all right, so these are cut. I am now going to, I sound like a magician. I am now going to adhere these, but that is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the muted part, and I guess muted is solid. That's what you want to call it. And I'm going to put that here. Now you'll see it's going to fit the length exactly, but you will have a little bit of a border on each side. Then I'll take my pattern piece, and I'm going to adhere that right in here. Okay, yep, that's good. Okay, I know you're like, Julie, those are running together. Well, they're not going to, okay? Trust me, trust me. And then the same on the other side. Muted piece on the outside, that's upside down. I've saved myself from that situation. And then pattern piece. Okay, I need some more adhesive. Not a problem. It's a great object lesson in how easy it is to replace our adhesive. I just grab a bag of Stampin' Seal, open it up, throw this away, but keep the outside pieces. Keep these, okay? And then I just pop this right in there and close it up. Easy, easy, easy. And it's done. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one again right here. Okay, now watch what happens with this. Ta-da! I love that. And then you open it up. The card can stand up. That's what it would look like standing up. And then again, I'm just folding it in. Okay, so flying bird, fly bird, fly bird. Fold in and then out. And that's how that card, now I'm not done, okay? I'm gonna do a little bit of embellishment, but I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not doing a ton because I think that the card and the DSP for real is doing the work for me. Okay, so what am I gonna put on the front of the card? Well, using the coordinating dies from the Wildly Flowered, I have cut out this frame, which I really, really like. I'm gonna take my silicone mat because anytime I work with green glue, anytime I have to have the silicone mat. And I'm just gonna put a little bit around here, just little dabs. And my little dabs I know will spread out and make a big glue mess, but I am who I am, okay? So I'll pick this up. Well, and now we get glue on the hands. And I'm gonna put this right in the center to kind of create a focal point. I'm gonna use my silicone mat and lay it over it and press that down to prevent my fingers from getting super sticky and spreading that stick everywhere. That's not too bad, okay? And you're like, Julie, you just said you were gonna get your fingers super sticky, and now they're sticky. That's true, but it'll be fine. Okay, so that is my focal point there. Now I wanna do a message. I really like this one, again, from the Wildflower, it's not Wildly Flowering, the paper's Wildly Flowering, Wildflower Designs, Sending Happy Thoughts. I mean, who doesn't want a happy thought, right? I have cut a scrap, you can even see it's a scrap, of white to 3/4, okay? It's 3/4 wide. It doesn't really matter how long it is, as long as it's long enough for the sentiment. I'm gonna stamp that, Sending Happy Thoughts. Now my Stamp and Shine Club members this month, look how good I did. Y'all, I'm telling you, I praise myself. I do. I praise myself when I do something right. So many times, I'm telling you, so many times we get on ourselves for doing the wrong thing. So yay me when I do something right. Anyway, I digress again. My Stamp and Shine members are going to get a half a pack of this paper this month. I'm just cutting it at an angle. They're going to get some gems. Because the paper's on sale, I can spend a little bit more. I always go over budget. I always tell Stamp and Shine that you guys are going to get anywhere from $22 to $25 in product included with your $39 Stamp and Shine Club fee. But I'm going to give them, there's going to be five spools of the coordinating jute, which would be great. But I think this month they're getting like $28 in product. Anyway, I've stamped my sentiment. I'm going to grab my dimensionals and pop them on. Now this is not one of the Stamp and Shine Club cards. I'll show you the other ones that will be in the club. But the cool thing is now you'll know how to make it. And if you're in the Stamp and Shine Club, you'll have the paper. So you can do that. So I've got Sending Happy Thoughts. I've done one other little thing beforehand. This is one of the stamps in the Wildflower Design set. Let me show it to you. So you've got the Sending Happy Thoughts. You've been on my mind. Thank you. There's 4 wildflower stamps and then a great, let me show you, texture stamp. So I've gone on, I've stamped this in crumb cake. I'm just going to pop it in right there. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on to hold it in. So I'm going to pop it in right there. Kind of like how the flower goes over the banner there. And I'm going to take some linen thread. I know those of you who've watched me before are like, what? Julie, you're doing linen thread and tying it in a double bow? I've never seen you do that. And by never, pretty much what we mean is all the time. It's like one of my favorite things. So I've got my double bow with linen thread tied here. And my Stamp and Shine Club people, they've got linen thread in their kits before, so I know that they have bunches of linen thread. But the cool thing is that if you decide that you want to join the Stamp and Shine Club, A, you can cancel at any time, and B, you'll get a bunch of product that you'll get to work with to make the 8 projects, plus so much more. So, okay, come on with the glue dot here. Okay, oh, yeah, good. So I'm going to plop that right there. And I like linen thread to kind of run free. Run free, linen thread, run free. So I'm only going to trim it a little bit. Then finally, you know I've got to put some gems on. So I just pulled some of them off right there. How about that? I'm going to use the, I always have to look at the back, the iridescent foil gems. And these two that I pulled off, come on, hop on there. Thank you. I'll just plop there and there. So I don't know, you know, this could be a cute gas card, but then it wouldn't be a surprise. Gas is Great American Stampin' Show. You might see that at times on my page, but it's not going to be my gas card. That's a sneak. I mean, it's a preview tomorrow night. So there's the card. Okay, again, use the Wildly Flowering DSP. This opens out, so the card sits up this way. You can kind of see it when I put it like that. But again, the DSP is doing the work. The Designer Series paper is doing the work. And I think that this is really pretty paper. So there you are. That's project number 1. Again, Susan Canfield, I know, has a lovely name for the fun fold of it. Julie's is the Flying Bird fold. Okay, so that's number 1. So I told you guys I would show you some more sneak peeks. So this is one of the cards that my Stamp & Shine Club members will make this month. You make 2 of each, so you get 8 cards. Again, it is a easel card. Okay, now per Stampin' Up! Policy, I don't do the stamping. So if you don't have the stamp set or the dies, you can get them, and I will cover the shipping and tax. I love this. Now, this doesn't have DSP. This is just stamping with the stamps, and I love that. It's simple, it's quick, and I love the way it looks. Got this card that they'll make, and then this one also really showcases the DSP because look how it opens. So you've got a really cute fun fold there. Super, super easy. So those are the 4 cards. Okay, I'm going to make a box now. If you are somebody that likes to give people treats and give them gifts, you're going to want to pay attention to the box because this is really a way that you can really amp up something that you would give to somebody. So here we go. So for the box, you are going to start off, and I got this template from Sam Hammond. Okay, Sam Hammond, she is an British demonstrator. So 11 inches by, oops, sorry, I think I wrote it down the wrong way because I wrote 11 by 8 3/4. That clearly is not right because the paper is not 8 3/4 inches long. It is 7.5. There we, yep, 7.5, that's it. So 11 inches by 7.5. So I'm just going to trim off an inch here. Now, if you're somebody that gets nervous with 3D items, I promise you can do this, okay? So again, we've cut our paper. It's 11 inches by 7.5. Now, on the long side, this is the long side, you're going to score. Again, I'll put these dimensions when I upload this video and have the description, okay? So you're going to score at 3.5. Oh, stop me. Nobody stop me. You guys, you're leaving me to my own devices. It's not good. I just said on the long side. See? The long side. So I'm going to score at 3.5, 5 1/4, 8 3/4. By the way, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer and cutter, you totally should. I think it's the best on the market. It includes the scoring blade. A lot of cutters don't do that. And it's got this 18-inch arm here, which I love. And then 10.5. Then on the short side, you're going to score at 1 3/4, 5 1/4. This is so weird that I can't see any comments or anything, but that's okay, because I'm going to tell myself how good I'm doing. Julie, you are doing so good. If you could give yourself hearts, man, you'd be heart, 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 heart. Okay, in fact, give yourself a heart right now. Okay, that's a kind of goofy looking heart, but I love me. And 7 inches. Okay. All right. 1 3/4, 5 3/4, 7. So this is what I got. A whole bunch of score lines. Okay. So I am going to fold all of these with my bone folder. Make sure you have a bone folder. You can tell mine is well loved. It's important though to use the bone folder. Sometimes I want to like kind of skip it because I'm like in a hurry. But it makes all the difference. Okay, so again, I'm just doing all of these lines here. Okay. So I told you, I talked about two things. I talked about Great American Stampin' Show that will air live. Woohoo! Hey now, that's okay. It's horrible, but it's going to be okay. On my YouTube channel, Stampin' Shine with Julie Salva. You can just do a search. That's tomorrow night. The video goes up at 6 p.m. Central Time. So I told you about that. We've talked about the Great American Stampin' Show. And we've talked about, what else have we talked about? We've talked about lots of things. Great American Stampin' Show, Card Club, Stampin' Shine, talked about all those things. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is going to take this. Now there's a few pieces I'm going to cut. I will put a picture up to show you the pieces that I'm going to cut. The first thing that I want you to know is that we're going to cut up here. We're going to just cut up on the score line, okay? And we're just going to cut to the top score line. So there's one. So I want you to be thinking this would be great for any birthday you have. In fact, I have a birthday one that I'll show you in a minute. It would be great. You can do a Halloween themed one or fall treats if you want, because it's designed to hold 3x3 note cards. And then I'm going to cut this little end off. So there's plenty of room to put some candy in it. Room to put a gift card if you want. Okay. So got that. Alrighty. And I'm going to flip it this way. That's the good thing about these. You can always flip it the way that you want it to go. Okay, so I've got that. Then up here, I'm going to, well, let me show you this. This is going to be the top of the box, that piece that you know, it tore. That's, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to, but I don't need these pieces here. So I'm going to cut this one. Okay. And I'm going to cut here and here. Now, to save time, and since I am going to put a picture up for you guys of what to cut, so you'll have it, I have already done one where everything is cut, okay? So I'll show you this. This is what it looks like, because I want to go on and put it together for you, and you'll have a picture that you can use as a diagram for everything being cut, okay? So let me put this box together real quick. You guys are gonna, I think, really like it. So this goes in here and here. This folds up. That's gonna go there. These pieces I'm gonna kind of trim because they are gonna be the pieces that you tuck in at the top, and this is the top that tucks in. So this box opens from the top, which may be a little bit different. Sometimes we see boxes that open, that they have two pieces, you know, they have a top and a bottom that are separate, and the top comes off, and that's how they open. But I do like this one being just one complete box. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my Stampin' Seal Plus. Okay, all right, I'm gonna put some adhesive here. That's gonna go up like that, okay. This piece here is also gonna go up. I don't need to have that. In fact, I really could have cut that one piece off, but I didn't. I'm gonna put some adhesive here. And you'll see how that folds in on the inside of boxes. A lot of times when you're putting boxes together, it's just a matter of folding it. You'll figure it out how it folds. like I said, I really could have cut this piece off, but since I didn't, I'll go on and put some adhesive here. Put that right there. So see, you can see my box is getting ready to come together now. All I got to do is tuck this right inside and tuck that right inside. And there we go. There's the box. So here's I'm going to do a slight bit of decorating on it, just a little bit. And in fact, I'm going to go on and cut this one at an angle too. I think it'll go in a little bit nicer, look a little nicer too. Okay, so I have got right here, and by right here, I mean right somewhere, I have, well, I had it. What did I do with it? Big goofball, Julie? Okay, I can cut it. It's not a big deal. I'm going to cut the front of my box, and I think I'm going to use the same paper, the same DSP, but I'm going to use one that I haven't used before. I like this one. And I know, Wild Wheat, I know it is either you love it or you hate it. I hated it. If you've seen one of my gas videos, I think I called it Baby Diarrhea or Perfectly Puke. But now with the right colors, I really like it. And I'm gonna mat it on beige, and I'm gonna cut that beige to 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I have gotten to where I really like beige. I think it is a great neutral. Every time I'm like, I don't think it's gonna look good, it looks good. So I'm going to just go on and mat this 3 by 3 on the beige. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Why do I say it looks really good? Because I can tell myself how good I'm doing. Because if you guys are commenting, I can't see it. Oh yeah, that's gonna go there. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. This is the cutest box. The cutest box. Now, I could mat all the way around if I wanted to. I can mat up here, I can mat all over. But for me, I'm just gonna do the front. And I think, you know what? I don't even think I'm going to put anything on the front right now. I think I just wanted to show you guys how to make the box. Wanted to show you what you could do with it. But I will do one little thing. Give me a second. Let me grab my ribbon. I'm going to use the beige ribbon, I think, if I can get my hands on it in this box. Well, this will work. This isn't beige, but this is the cream ribbon. It's an online exclusive. By the way, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar. If you're stampers, you are. But if you're not a stamper, you might be like, but Julie, where do I find your products? Well, we have catalogs, so I can certainly give you a catalog if you're not working with another demonstrator. And we have online exclusives. So you could go to stampinup.com and put Julie Salva, that's me, as your demonstrator, again, if you're not already working with somebody, and you will see these online exclusives, which are great. And there are things there that you won't even find in the catalog. I know you're like, well, Julie, why would, I gotta make this even, this is bugging me. Maybe like, well, why would they have that? Well, because surprises are fun. So the way that you find the online exclusives is you just go to the website, you click shop products, and then you'll see a category, online exclusives. And there you go, that's how. Okay, well that's all twisted, but you get the idea, okay? You get the idea. You could put a bow there if you want to. But nonetheless, you guys have seen how to do a box, right? And it's really pretty easy. Now this is a box that I did earlier for a birthday. Look at this. Have you seen a box opening like that before? All you do, I'm going to take this apart kind of to show you, because I want you to see, is you mat this piece here, and I can grab my ruler. I can tell you what that is if you want to do it. So that the base of the mat would be 1 3/4, And then the white, or I'm sorry, the DSP would be 1.5. So you just cut 1 3/4 by 3, 1 3/4 by 3, and then 1.5 by 2 3/4. Now look right here. See what I've done here? I've poked a hole, I've put my ribbon and adhered it, and then I pulled it up through that hole and kind of knotted it there. I think this idea would be super cute to hang on Christmas trees, to hang on, I don't know if you do any kind of Thanksgiving decorating, but to hang on a, I don't know, something at Thanksgiving, and you could fill it with whatever you want it to be. So, I mean, I think it's great. So I really like that, and I'm glad that I could show you that. So anyway, I think this is a great box size, and I hope that you like it too. So there's the box. And again, I didn't do big decorating. I didn't want to. I just wanted to teach you how to make the box. Here is my bird flying card, also known as your bird flying card. Here. Why do I call it the bird flying card? If you came in late, can't take myself seriously. Okay. So again, let me just wind up with this. If you want to stamp with me, you've got a couple opportunities. One, you've got the Stamp and Shine Club. This month we are using the Wildflower stamp set and dies, Wildflower Designs. We are using the Wildly Flowering DSP, which this card features. You will get some gems, you'll get some of the jute, you'll get half a pack of paper, you'll get supplies to make 8 cards, and you can sign up and cancel at any time. I'll put the link for that there as well. So let me bring the camera back up here so I can close out with y'all. And I'm back. I'm back. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to come on and just show you guys some of the things that I've been working on. Please watch the Great American Stampin' Show tomorrow night. Again, you'll find it on YouTube at Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. I compete against Shannon West, Brandy Barnard, and Jody Reinert, and someone will win. I hope it's me. Anyway, hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And hopefully you can watch the American Stampin' Show tomorrow and vote. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.